What's going on, everybody? Happy Victory Monday to some of y'all, to others, especially Denver Bronco fans are probably considering killing yourselves after yesterday. But that was ugly. We'll get into that here in a few. Welcome to Nonsensical Nonsense, everybody. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend, got to enjoy some football. Hopefully your team did well, and hopefully your fantasy football teams are doing well. If you're not already, go ahead and check us out on all them socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Don't forget to come hang out with us live every Monday. There we go. Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, 7 p.m.ish on YouTube and Facebook. And if you can't join us live, you can listen to us anytime, any place. On Zencaster and Spotify and everywhere you listen to podcasts at. Intro is like 4 minutes long, 5 minutes long. That's about average, probably below average. 4 minutes long, 5 minutes long. I know not everybody listens to talk radio or listens to actual real radio. They listen to, the top 40s and the country music stations that play the same thing over and over again, or they listen to political radio or sports radio where it's like, and then they repeat the same thing 40 times every half hour. What's going on, Chatter's Box? What's up with you guys? Not only am I celebrating Victory Monday, but I'm going to go ahead and throw this bad boy on. What?
Dad?
If you don't what?
How do you know we have a new neighbor?
I don't know. Nikki said she's seen him. If you don't know who this jersey belongs to or what this jersey's from, we can't be friends. My fiance got it for me because I'm so awesome. Give it a 10. A fucking 10. I still got wood. Anywho, riding solo tonight. Per the usual. Spend a little bit of time talking a little football. Don't want to spend too much time on fantasy teams. Hopefully your guys' fantasy teams are doing well. I'm going in with big leads with all my teams, and 2 of which are locked down, and 1, he's going to need some help. He's 48 points down. But can't count him out because, as we learned yesterday with the Miami Dolphins, you need to scan your cat. Well, it'll go with my tweeter jersey. Right there. West Cannon's finest. State champs, 87-89.
Do you like mushrooms? Okay.
That'll go with my tweeter jersey that I already have, and soon to have Jonathan Mock's jersey. Jonathan Moxon. But let's jump right into it, shall we? Let's jump right into these football games yesterday, man. But we had some shockers. Obviously, the biggest news in the NFL right now is fucking Miami Dolphins. Best football movie ever made. Absolutely. Fucking Miami Dolphins setting records all over the place. 70 goddamn points yesterday. Over 700 and almost 800 yards of offense. Quarter fucking cheerleaders in there playing, making touchdowns. Fans are calling plays. Miami was disgusting yesterday. Is Miami that good, or is Denver just that bad? I'm going to lean a combination of the both. Tyreek Hill, not the craziest numbers, but you had 1, 2, 3, 4 different receivers with touchdowns. Not to mention Mostert had 3 rushing touchdowns, and backup running back also had 2 rushing touchdowns. Not to mention 2 receiving touchdowns. A lot of touchdowns yesterday. Yeah, Miami was sick. I've been telling people for the last couple of years, Miami's been quietly doing things, man. They've been quietly building a roster, building up a team. That's not the same Miami that everybody's used to seeing sucking it up. They've put a very talented roster on both sides of the field together. And if I was in the AFC East, I would be a little bit concerned about Miami. And I'm talking to you, Buffalo, and you Buffalonians.
I don't think that's a word. Sorry.
Buffalonians? Sure, it's a word.
You.
It's very much a word. It's in the dictionary. Look it up. Miami is currently sitting at the top of that division, 3-0. And
I'm gonna do laundry, so I'm taking your basket.
okay. There's 2 empty baskets there. Did Cash get his stuff in the dryer?
No, Austin's in the bathroom. He just came in to grab a couple pieces of pizza and go back outside.
Oh, gotcha. Outside of just the absolute decimation of Denver, fucking Arizona Cardinals shocking the world yesterday and shocking the Dallas Cowboys with a very lopsided victory. A friend of mine, him and I were having a discussion today. Is Dallas back to old Dallas ways, or was yesterday just a fluke? I think it was just a fluke. Dallas has a legit defense, and their offense, even though they're suspects sometimes, they're a pretty solid fucking offense, and they can make things happen. I think they just got hit in the mouth real quick, real fast, and didn't expect it, and were never really able to recover from it. So, but I think they'll be all right. They have the luxury of being in the NFC West or East, NFC East, which outside of the Eagles, they have a reputation. Well, Eagles the last couple of years, but they have a reputation of just being a garbage division, much like the NFC South. But Tampa's surprising everybody. I think Tampa has a pretty good chance tonight to surprise Philly and maybe sneak out a win. Baker's on fire. Arizona. Trying to think, there were some really good games. Fucking shout out to Matt Gay, Indianapolis Colts kicker, set an NFL record. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 field goals of 50-plus yards in that game yesterday for them to beat Baltimore. Fucking hell yeah, let's go. Fuck Baltimore. Could beat Baltimore in overtime. That was something else. I did not expect that game to go that way. I thought Baltimore would kind of steamroll Indianapolis, and I was shocked and surprised. So I'm not mad at it. And I think the biggest shocker so far this season in the NFL has been Green Bay. Good Colts. Yeah, go Colts, man. I'm a Browns fan. I was definitely rooting for the Colts. I just didn't think they had a chance in hell. But I got to say, man, Green Bay is a real shocker this year. I honestly, going into the season, I thought that with the departure of Aaron Rodgers and, they're losing some talented players and stuff like that they were going to kind of dump down this season. But Jordan Love has proven himself to be no joke, ladies and gentlemen. They were down 17-0 and come back to win that game yesterday. That was an impressive fucking comeback and an impressive freaking win. So Green Bay might go ahead and stay in control of the NFC North over there because the Bears are a goddamn dumpster fire. They should just be put out of their misery. Minnesota, I don't know what's going on in Minnesota. Detroit's actually bucking up a little bit, but I think it's going to stay Green Bay's division this year. Definitely a shocker. We can't talk football if we don't talk about my guys. The bounce back yesterday. It's funny how well they play when they're not being screwed over by referees. I mean, they still got screwed over by the referees. Let's just say probably one of the most disgustingly blatant, bogus calls I've ever seen in the NFL. Blowing a whistle on Amari Cooper going out of bounds when he was clearly like 3 feet away from the marker and stopping a play that would have definitely been a 65-yard touchdown. But it didn't matter because the defense was on fire. They absolutely fucking destroyed Tannehill. They took his lunch money, gave him a wedgie, and stuffed his ass in a locker. They were all over his ass all day yesterday. And I'm going to need you defenders that can't defend Amari Cooper just to leave him open because you're killing me in fantasy football, goddammit. I understand you want to hang on him and pull his jersey and push him out of bounds and everything else and get those pass interference calls all day long. That's fine. Just let him have the ball because you're killing me in fantasy football. No, they were getting called yesterday. Apparently Tennessee's payment to the refs didn't go through like Pittsburgh. The Bears are an absolute dumpster fire. The Bears are disgusting. The Carolina Panthers are fucking disgusting. Even Minnesota being 0-3, they're not a bad team. I just don't know what's going on because they're in these games, man. They lost by 3 to Tampa. They lost by 6 to Philly, and they lost by 4 yesterday. So, I mean, they're just not finishing games. I mean, they look good, and I mean, shout out to Kirk Cousins and company for putting good fantasy points up. They're just not finishing games and getting the wins. So it's still early. We're only at week 3. Ladies and gentlemen. I hope that tonight Cincinnati continues its losing streak and goes to 0-3. And that maybe Joe Burrow's leg gets tore off on the field and somebody picks it up and clubs Jamar Chase in the head with it. Just saying. Yeah. 0-3. Love you, bye. I'm not 0-3. I'm 3-0. 3-0. I can't second that. I can't dive into that world. No, I don't. I never wish for a player to get hurt, but I can't stand Cincinnati. I can't stand Joe Burrow, and fucking Jamar Chase is such a twat. That team is they're fucking. They're like Notre Dame. They're like Ohio State. They're so fucking overrated and overhyped for nothing. Yeah, I said it. And Ryan Day, you're fucking trash, bro. You guys got exposed by fucking Notre Dame Saturday. Get fucking bent, Ryan Day. I'm painting a picture, man. I'm painting a picture with words here. Speaking of a picture with words.
Hey, boys! Look what I got here!
Hey, where are the white women at?
Go Hawk in the building, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, the cat can win. He used to be able to, but I mean, like I said, congratulations, Cincinnati, for paying all that money to a bench warmer. I guess at the end of the day, he was a douche when he was in college too. But he wins. Not this season yet. They look bad this year. I need the Rams to keep on rocking and rolling. Rock and roll right over the Bengals again tonight. That way they'll go 0-3. What else is going on in the NFL world? No big surprise. The Bears lost to the Chiefs. Shout out to the Texans. They got their first win of the season, probably one of only 1 or 2. Yeah, nothing else really all that surprising yesterday in the NFL. Dude, Kyler Murray is right up there with being incredibly overhyped and overrated. But he really hasn't done anything. I mean, Jesus Christ. Right? I mean, I know everybody gets on him because he's short. And I understand how being below a certain height can hinder a quarterback because you're not going to be able to see over the line. You're not going to be able to see down the field or anything like that. But it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me why they wasted so much money. I got to agree with you, Rick. Waste of good cap money. It's just all around waste. I mean, and not saying that short guys can't be successful. I mean, Baker's short. He's had a pretty good run. Colt McCoy's been in the league for a billion years. I feel like he's a little bit shorter. I mean, there are guys that are shorter that do well. I think CJ Stroud just kind of hit his groove in that particular game. It was a game against two shitty ass teams. One of them had to prevail. Let's be honest. No, that's the unfortunate thing. I mean, they're fucking stuck with him, and and you see that happen, and that's my fear with like Cleveland. I'm scared to death. Deshaun Watson's going to be a complete fucking bust in Cleveland, and we're stuck with all that money. Same with Cincinnati. If something happens to Burrow, they're stuck with all that goddamn money. That's going to be interesting. That's their Super Bowl right there. Yeah, I know he's starting. I already benched him in fantasy. I benched him for Brock Purdy, which I'm not mad about. So, but I'll say in Cleveland, everybody was worried about the Chubb situation. Chubb's out for the season. And how they were going to react to that. They brought Hunt back. Hunt slid right back in like he never left. Ford had a good game yesterday. And, I think they're going to be all right until next season when Chubb comes back. I guarantee that's going to be a blacked out game. Only people are going to be watching that are their fans. And I think much like the Carolina Panther fans, they're on the verge of jumping ship and finding somebody else to root for as it is. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. I'll tell you what, that injury looked a lot worse than what it was, thankfully. I mean, it was it was pretty bad to see, and it was one of those unnecessary hits. It wasn't intentional; it was accidental. But at the same time, there was no rhyme or reason for the hit to be laid on him. And I was watching the game last night, and they did the same thing to Jimmy G. Jimmy G was hit, sacked, stopped, and they came in and went low on his legs unnecessarily. Now, granted, it did draw a personal foul flag, but still, it was like, He's already stopped. He's not going anywhere. There's no rhyme or reason. It's not like you tripped or fell or anything like that. You literally went low and hit him in the legs. Mm-hmm. They were rocking Jimmy G last night. Pittsburgh's defense was rocking his shit left and right. I thought they were going to potentially do the impossible and make that comeback happen, but I was really only rooting for Jacoby Myers because I had him in my fantasy squad. There was the one helmet to helmet hit late in the game. I think it was Fitzpatrick came in untouched, and for whatever reason, he went head first, and the front of his helmet collided with the side of Jimmy G's helmet. He went like head first right into him. I can't remember if they flagged that one or not. But yeah, he never left the game. But I mean, he definitely got his bell rung last night. I mean, that's for sure. That the Pittsburgh defense was absolutely smothering last night. I need Jalen Hurts to stub his toe and not be able to play tonight. That's all I need. But got Baltimore next Sunday for Cleveland, and then it's a bye week, and then we come back after that and have relatively ish light schedule, I guess you could say. Shit, if I can pull it up, if fucking shit would cooperate with me, that'd be great, fantastic. What's going on here? Yeah, I mean, well, shit, we got to play San Francisco. That's a loss. Indy, Seattle, Arizona, divisional. We get Denver this year. Rams, Jacksonville, Chicago, Houston, Jets. Yeah. Nice. I'll take that schedule any day of the week right there. Later. He's not throwing for 53. He is throwing for 53 yards. And they didn't score? But anywho, I don't want to like completely beat you down with NFL talk. Do want to do this real quick though. The new standings came out, and 1 and 2 didn't change, 3 didn't change, but Ohio State moved up to 4. Florida State's 5 and Penn State's 6. The Big Ten is representing quite nicely in the top 25 this year. I'm gonna go ahead and count USC and count Oregon. They join the Big Ten next year, but I don't think there were any real major shockers in college football this weekend. Washington State beat Oregon State. I don't really know if that's a I touched on it Saturday night about the Cinderella story being over for Deion Sanders. Shut the fuck up, Deion. Jeez Louise. Penn State might be the real deal this year. They completely smacked the shit out of Iowa. Georgia's playing nobody still, so that's why they're still ranked at number 1. and Ohio State got exposed by Notre Dame. So, but anywho, got my fantasy watch going here. Let's see, they're gonna wait all the way till the last fucking second, and I'm not gonna be able to plug and play about Puka Nakua. He is active. Nice. Let's go. All right, that's a win there. I don't need to worry about that matchup. That one's got me a little nervous. That one's locked in. This one, there's still hope. There's still hope, boys. I'm not out yet. I might go 3-1, but I'm not out yet. I'm not out the game yet. Where's it at? It's not what I wanted. Anyway, I'm excited for the football season. I enjoy the football season. I enjoy fantasy football. It gives me a reason to, watch as many games as I possibly can. I'm constantly all day Sunday watching fantasy football. When the Browns are playing on commercial breaks, I'm jumping over to the NFL Network because the NFL Network, they've got like all the games and all that shit always up and posted and running and all that jazz. The only killer is Monday nights, but I don't, unless the Browns are playing or her Steelers are playing, don't really watch a whole lot of Monday Night Football. Might watch here and there, bits and pieces, whatever. Gotta be a team I actually give a rat's ass about, like tonight. You got Philly and Tampa. I guess I would be rooting for Tampa. I'd probably watch a little bit of that. But the Rams and Bengals, I don't care. Cooper Kupp's not playing, so I need Cooper Kupp to come back. God damn it. Anyways, enough of the football talk. Nice. Oh, speaking of football talk, did you guys hear the Steelers? Speaking of the Steelers in last night's game, their charter plane was forced to make an emergency landing after Vegas win. They were delayed getting back to Pittsburgh after the team's win Sunday over the Raiders. The flight chartered by the team had to make an emergency landing in Kansas City. The plane landed safely after engine trouble, but the team had been scheduled to get back to Pittsburgh by about 5:30 or whatever in the morning, and they had an unexpected. They got back sometime today, but they don't really say what happened or anything like that. In other NFL news, what do you guys think about this whole T Swizzle and Travis Kelce situation? If you're like me and you hate the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm hoping that it distracts him from his gameplay and affects the Chiefs. And I can't wait to see her. I can't wait for her new album to come out where she's got 6 songs about Travis Kelce. That should be interesting. But I guess what are their fans called? Swifties or whatever. There has been an influx of new fans watching the game and learning the game ever since the news broke. And I imagine that within the next week or so, Travis Kelce's jersey is probably going to be the number one jersey sold. All the Swifties losing their fucking minds. Um, but while Pittsburgh was stranded in KC, Cam Hayward took a chance to tweet. He said, "Dang, emergency landing in KC. I think it's due to Fitzpatrick's roughing the passer call, but seriously, landing in KC, yo, Taylor Swift and T. Kelsey, we might need a ride to Pittsburgh just to fuck with them." But she did look. I was watching that game yesterday afternoon, and she looked like she was having fun up there with Mrs. Kelsey. Definitely into the game, cheering her man on. I seen her do a "Let's fucking go." And I'm sure all you guys heard this as well. The Super Bowl halftime show has been announced, and Usher will be performing right just before his new album comes out. I think it says it's his first brand new album, or it's his first album since 2016. So a little bit of a coinky dink there, if I do say so myself. But should be an interesting show. I wonder who he'll have with him. The only downside to this with the halftime show is I think we're long gone past the era of getting to see good rock bands perform the halftime show, which nothing wrong with Usher or anything like that. But you're literally giving us the same type of performance every year anymore. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that, the NFL partnered up with, what's it called, Rock Nation or something like that. It's the music company that Jay-Z owns. So I think a lot of that has to do with why we're only going to be seeing certain types of acts and certain music at the halftime shows now. But I'm not mad at Usher. I'm curious to see who will be there with him, if he brings anybody with him at all. The guy's got a crazy ass resume of songs and music. I agree, Benji. That's nothing. Like I said, nothing against Usher. I like Usher, but long gone are the days of actual. It's just a concert, Artists used to come to the Super Bowl and put on a spectacular, put on a show. A couple years back, we had the fucking Weeknd running around the goddamn maze looking like a lunatic with prosthetics on his face. Now I will say the Snoop and Dre and 50 Cent and Mary J and Eminem, that one was cool as fuck. Exactly. That was really cool. But that was more of the nostalgia factor than anything else. Seeing all those guys up there performing. But give us a rock band. Give us give us something. I don't know. It's just like it's a rerun, man. I think we're past the constant pop, R&B, rap every Super Bowl. Change it up. Nothing against that music. I enjoy that music myself as well. But I'm more of a country rock guy. But change it up some. Get some different acts in there. Get some different people in there. It's craziness, man. Craziness. Trying to look and see. I thought there was something else NFL related that had come out recently. There was something else that I heard. I heard that a lot of acts, and I don't know how true this is. I should probably do the research, and I'm not putting it out there as truth. This is just what I've heard, but I'll do the research on it. And I think it is true. A lot of acts are shying away from doing the Super Bowl because they have to pay. Like they don't get like they have to pay to perform at the Super Bowl, which is wild to me. Fortunately for us, I don't think Usher's going to try to make a political statement. He doesn't seem like that guy, so we don't have to worry about any of that crap. But I heard that the performers have to pay in order to perform at the Super Bowl. Again, I don't know how true that is, or if it is, but that's wild. Looking at this, I was seeing what all records were broken. They with the Miami game yesterday. They set a franchise record for points scored in a game and became the fourth team in NFL history to score at least 70 points in a regular season or playoff game on Sunday. Washington defeated the Giants 72-41 and 66. Franchise record. Their old record was 55. The record for the most points scored by any NFL team came in 1940 when the Bears defeated Washington 73-0. Jesus Christ. And then in 1950, the Los Angeles Rams beat the Colts 70-27. They were 9 yards short of the NFL record of most offensive yards in a game. They had 726, and the record's 735. Rookie running back Devon Aiken rushed for 203 yards. Completed his first 17 passes, a new personal best. He finished 23 of 26 for 309 yards, 4 touchdowns, including a no-look shovel pass that the left-handed Tua tossed with his right hand for a score. They couldn't do anything wrong, man. They didn't. They were absolute perfection yesterday in that game. Yeah, they were knocking on the door. They were there. I mean, they were there for a lot of things. I mean, the guys couldn't do anything wrong. I was watching it, and what's funny, and I see this every year in fantasy football. So Devon Aiken will be picked up by everybody and started next week. Raheem Mostert is still their starting running back. He had a hell of a game yesterday himself. Everybody will pick him up. Everybody's going to pick up these other receivers that were scoring. What the hell?
Is it time for me to come in?
Is it dark?
I need to position of you.
Yes, you need to come in, you crackhead.
Those are peeps.
Yeah, it's dark. But these guys that aren't rostered up already, they'll be rostered up, and they'll be in people's starting lineups. People are going to oversaturate their team with Dolphins players, and then next week they're just going to be mediocre. Some people may not approve of this, but I think the Dolphins will beat the Bills next week in a very close game. But people are going to eat dog shit next week in fantasy football because they're gonna make that mistake of just snatching up all these guys because they had one good game. I see that last year with what's his name, Christian Watson for the Packers. Fucking one good game, man. Everybody was fighting for him and trying to trade for him and everything else. It was like, pump the brakes, guy. My son is a fucking crackhead. That's pretty wild. But like I said, I don't think the Dolphins are anything to sleep on. Oh, in college football, Saturday, a young lady made history. Haley Von Voorhees or Voris made college football history on Saturday, becoming the first female non-kicker to appear in an NCAA football game. Haley, the junior safety at Division III Shenandoah University, entered Saturday's game against Juanita College with her team. Now, granted, here's the catcher. Her team was up by 26 points. She entered the game with Juanita facing a 3rd and 7 situation from their own 23, and her quarterback forced a 4th down play. She blitzed the quarterback, Galvin German, forcing him to hurry his pass before taking him to the ground. But I guess shout out to her. But here's the thing, and I don't take it the wrong way. I don't have any problems with females or girls or women wanting to play football. But she's 5'6", 145 pounds. She's a safety. She's gonna get blown up by a running back or a wide receiver that's twice her size and 10 times stronger than her. And then there's going to be this uproar. Oh my God, I can't believe that he would do that to her. Well, I mean, she put the pads on and she stepped on the field. It's just, it's a dangerous scenario. Yeah, exactly. I agree. And that's exactly where I was going. It's a very dangerous scenario for women to be involved in a male contact sport. And it's a catch-22 because if I'm lined up on the football field against somebody, I'm going 110%. I'm slamming them as hard as I can, especially, if I'm trying to get a first down or a touchdown or if I'm trying to protect my quarterback or whatever. And that double standard comes into play. Well, you didn't have to hit her that hard. It's football, it's not flag football. She knows what she's signing up for, but it's very dangerous situation, and it's going to set a precedent. And we're already, see the injuries we've had in the NFL this year. Injuries are going to go through the roof. And then that's going to be the other thing. I'm just not going to be able to get over. Well, you don't have to hit them that hard. Excuse me? What? They're going to try to hit they're going to try to hit as hard as they can. Again, you signed up for it. It's a recipe. It's a recipe for disaster. And it all boils down to the size and strength factor. Naturally, men are bigger and stronger. You can't deny that. Now, there are some big women out there. And yeah, they might be strong. But a man same size and weight is stronger automatically. It's biology, man. I don't make the rules up. It's just it's dumb is what it is. And it's kind of hypocrisy because you have these same women that are in sports. And I don't agree with this in any way, shape, or form. So don't think this is me agreeing with it. I don't think trans should be transgender men or women or whatever the hell should be participating in women's sports. But they'll say, oh, well, I know he transitioned into a she, but she shouldn't be playing against us or going against us or anything like that. Because they're bigger and stronger. Now women will say, well, I mean, they're not bigger and stronger. We can play football too. No doubt. There's a lot of really talented, football players out there in the women's leagues. But it's not a fair matchup. And I don't want my state championship or my NFL championship or my college championship going up on the line because, I got a 5'6", 145-pound safety going up against a 6'5", 230-pound wide receiver or some shit like that. Yeah, they did. Mama Kelsey seems. I like the Kelsey Bros, man. I like them. It's kind of like the it's like the fucking what's his nuts, that retard tight end that used to be Tom Brady's buddy, Gronk. The Gronk brothers, they're a fucking trip, man. The Watt brothers are cool as hell. But yeah, Mama Kelsey and Taylor were having a good time up there in the box. It's a scam. I agree 100%. It's not fair. It's a huge disadvantage. It's a huge. It's there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's not fair. If I shave my beard off and all of a sudden I'm like, well, I'm not Chris anymore. I'm Christy. I'm gonna go play in the WNBA. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping happens too, Golf Hawk. That's what I'm hoping happens. I hope it gets in his head, fucks his head all up because you take Travis Kelce out that game, the Chiefs are crap. I mean, that's Patrick Mahomes' safety net right there. There's a meme going around. It's Taylor Swift standing in front of a microphone, and then a picture of Travis Kelce, and she said, "And now for my new song, Football Guy, Micro Peen." I was just like, oh my God. Bitch is going to have a whole new album when they break up, all about Travis Kelce. But that's kind of what I'm hoping happens at the end of the day. I'm hoping it's a huge distraction in KC. And they butt fumble their season away. And I don't know. Patrick Mahomes was limping around yesterday. I don't know. He always seems to fall into shit and come out smelling like roses somehow. I can't stand that guy. I can't stand Patrick Mahomes. Don't like him at all. Yeah, no, we've had the conversation on here a million times about men and women's sports and stuff like that, and it's like, you go from being the absolute worst in your sport to transitioning, and you become the best. Like, that speaks volumes right there. It's happened in swimming. It's happened in weightlifting. It's happened in various other avenues as well. Don't think I'm shitting on trans people before anybody gets their feelings all twisted. As we all know, my broster's trans, and I've always been a big supporter of him. But he also doesn't have this mental brain block to where, since she is now he, thinks that he can do everything a man can do, because you still can't. The genetics aren't there, the biology's not there, the strength's not there, the size isn't there. But it is what it is. I digress. What do I know? I'm no expert in this. I just speak opinions. Just a guy with a microphone talking to himself. Who you want to see? What the Zeppelin ripoff band? I don't know, man. I would like to see I'd like to they if you're talking about the halftime show, you are really way behind. Hit that live button. If you're talking about the halftime show, it was really cool seeing Dre and Snoop and 50 and all that real cool nostalgic feeling. You know, now that Guns N' Roses is back together, I think that'd be really cool to see them perform the halftime show. Throw some kind of country collaboration together. Garth Brooks would probably put on one hell of a halftime show. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with like Usher or anything like that. Just change it up. Just change it up. It's boring to see the same type of music year in and year out. Just change it up. Roll the dice. See what you get. Nobody wants to see Greta Van Fleet, anyways. Beyonce was not good. There's nothing ever is good about Beyonce live or any of her music or anything. Let's be honest. Red Hot Chili Peppers was cool. Just give me some diversity in the halftime show, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Damn. I'm not a fan of Beyonce in any way, shape, and or form. Don't care for her. Don't care for her music. I'm going to go ahead and die on this hill alone. Jay-Z was a subpar, mediocre at best rapper. Let's call a spade a spade. Man's a hell of a businessman. I got to give him credit, though. Man is a hell of a businessman. Let's say the same thing about P. Diddy. Same exact thing. But, Jay-Z, hell of a businessman. Never really a big Jay-Z rap fan, though. I don't think we'll ever see that. That would be cool, though. They're a pretty badass man. I don't think we'll ever see that, though. Give me fucking Blacktop Mojo at halftime, baby. That's what the world wants to see. I do like Falling in Reverse, but yeah, give me some Blacktop Mojo. Nonsensical Nonsense presents Blacktop Mojo Super Bowl halftime show. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Let's get it. All day, every day, man. I'll be all over that. I'm in. Sign me up. I might go to that Super Bowl. Shit. That's all I ask. I don't ask for a lot in life. Just give me a little something. Give me a little something different. Nah, I mean. Blacktop Mojo featuring Over and Out halftime show. I'm in. Speaking of Blacktop Mojo, we are right up against it. Let's go ahead and take a real quick break. But before we take a break, I do want to just take a second, shout out some of our friends in the podcasting world. People like Sunday Night Smoke. Congratulations to Sunday Night Smoke and Smoke and his panel on 1K subscribers. They celebrated that last night on his show. So shout out to my man Smoke. Congratulations on 1K, brother. Proud of you. You definitely earned it. Looking forward to all the other milestones as you continue podcasting, my friend. That's Sunday Night Smoke. Got late night parents. Fireman Rich getting up early every morning with you to have a cup of coffee and tell you good morning. You can hang out with Tim and Gemma as they bring you the Mental Health Hour. Talk about different, just different things with the mental health and the stigmas and stuff that you face going through mental health, stuff like that. The Jarvis podcast. I still think he needs to rename it the Jarvis Project, but what do I know? 40 Fonz and Case Stuck here at the Scumbag Lounge. My man Dizzy hosting the Lazy Ass Podcast. Tony D rocking out the fantasy or Belt Kings fantasy football. And I always feel like I forget people. And I know I do. Got Mr. B doing the B side, MMA, boxing, fight nights, all that shit. And then Helen's mixtape. She's doing her thing with her music. I think I got everybody. If I forgot anybody, I do apologize. But I mention those people not only because they're friends of the show and we like to support each other, or I like to support them. But also, it brings me to my next point. We kind of reached a plateau not too long ago and found another distribution site over at Zencastr.com. And it's been great ever since we switched over. We've been able to monetize, not only monetize, but we're also growing. The numbers are there. And it's amazing what they do because they do help you with growth and getting the podcast out there in different platforms and different areas so everybody can hear it and see it and all that stuff. But not only that, I say that, and a lot of people are going to go, oh, man, that's probably really hard. No, actually, it's now super easy to record a podcast with Zencastr. You log in using your browser and start recording high-quality podcasts right away. Record studio-quality sound and up to 4K video with your guests. Feel the sense of zen. Knowing Zencastr's multi-layered backups ensure you always have your recordings in the highest quality, even if the connection is unstable. Not only that, but you're always going to sound your best. Have you ever worried what you sound like on Zencastr's post-production process? Makes you sound buttery smooth. It automatically removes those ums and ahs in your recording, and it removes those awkward pauses in conversation to set the right podcast loudness and levels while reducing background noise with a click of a button. Not only that, but if you've thought about podcasting before, or if you're currently podcasting and realize that you need a lot of different tools and services, well, those days are over now. With Zencastr's all-in-one podcasting platform, you can create your podcast all in one place and distribute it to Spotify, Apple, and other major destinations. So whether you're thinking about starting out a podcast or you're already been in the podcasting game for a hot minute, or you're thinking about checking something new out, go to Zencastr.com/pricing and use our promo code Words Are Hard. You'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. I want you guys to have the same easy experience that we're having here at Nonsensical Nonsense and get your content and podcasting out to the world. It's time for you to share your story as well. A lot of words. That's a lot of words. A lot of words right there, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you're in luck, Benji. I'm going to give you a little sampling of Blacktop Mojo. This is one of their cover songs. This is Blacktop Mojo featuring Dylan Wheeler and their cover of, I think it's Audio Slave's Getaway Car. And we'll be back here in just a few minutes, or I'll be back here in just a few minutes, and I want to dive into some news stuff when we get back. One thing in particular, and we'll try to get to some of the other stuff, but we'll be back here in just a few minutes. Enjoy a little Blacktop Mojo featuring Dylan Wheeler.
First drive before you drive me insane. You're tired of walking, you load the ground. The sidewalk will barely touch your feet. Life moves too slowly to hold you down. With ringing heads, you take it out on me. Well, settle down, I won't hesitate to hit the highway before you lay me to waste. No, settle up and I'll help you find something to drive before you drive me insane. So get yourself a car, drive it all alone. Ooh, get yourself a car and ride it on the wind. Yeah, get yourself a car and drive it all alone. Ooh, get yourself a car and ride it on the wind. Settle down, I won't hesitate to hit the highway before you lay me to waste. No, settle up and I'll help you find something to drive before you drive me insane. So get yourself a car and drive it all alone. Ooh, get yourself a car and ride it on the wind. Yeah, get yourself a car and drive it all alone. Ooh, get yourself a car, ride it on the wind. Yeah.
Yeah, Betty. Oh, Blacktop Mojo featuring Dylan Wheeler. Wow, that was hard to get out. Holy shit. Check out Blacktop Mojo and Dylan Wheeler on all them social medias and wherever you stream music. Go show them some love. Let the guys know we sent you. Greatly appreciate that. Welcome back to Nonsensical Nonsense, everybody. I'm Glick. I'm flying solo tonight. It's been a hot minute since I've had to do a show on alone. But I'm good. I'm a professional, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not already, go ahead and check us out on all those social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You can also hang out with us live every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, 7 p.m.-ish on YouTube and Facebook. Get in the chatter's box, shoot the shit. We always enjoy your guys' 2 cents. And if you can't catch us live, go ahead and listen to us anytime, any place on Zencast or Spotify and everywhere you listen to podcasts at, all at Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast. Or you can simply go to bio.link/nonsensical nonsense. That's going to give you the links to all of our social medias, all of our platforms. Not only that, but it's also going to give you the links to our sponsors. You can simply click those links, go place your orders, and don't forget to use our promo code Words Are Hard at checkout. It will save you that money. I see that 3-3. 3-3. Got some points on the board from a couple guys. Not that I need them. I do need them in one league. It's going to be close, but I think regardless, no matter what happens, I'm gonna lose that one. But that's okay. I'll go 3-1 for the week. I'll be happy with that. Anywho, so right before I went to break, I told you guys I wanted to dive into some news. This one particular topic, I've never heard of this before, and I had to do a little research on it today. This is kind of crazy, y'all. So check this out. There was a stabbing in Portugal tied to the Twisted Blue Whale Challenge. So I'm going to kind of dive into this story, but I didn't know what the Blue Whale Challenge was. Got to be 100% honest with you. So I wanted to learn more about it. So I'm going to dive into this story, and then we're going to dive into the Blue Whale Challenge as well. I don't mean that as a pun. I keep saying dive, jump. Yeah, it's all water related. Anywho, a British man was stabbed to death in the woods of Portugal after a fight broke out among friends who were said to be playing the Twisted Blue Whale Challenge suicide game, which has been linked to numerous worldwide deaths. Local police discovered the body of the 35-year-old victim in a remote area near the town of Pedro Gawa Grande. Yeah, we'll go with that. Pedro Gawa Grande on Sunday morning. 26-year-old man has also described as a British national and local reports has turned himself into authorities and allegedly confessed to the deadly stabbing, the outlet said, citing local reports. He was accompanied by two other people who had witnessed the incident. Footage published by the Portuguese newspaper showed officers removing the victim's body covered with a sheet and a stretcher. Literally just throw it in the back of a pickup truck, huh? There you go, boys. The knife allegedly used in the slaying was reportedly recovered in the woods not far from where the body was found. An autopsy was expected to be performed Monday in the city of Coimbra. Detectives with Portugal's Policia Judiciary, spent Sunday interviewing 3 men and 2 women, including the prime suspect in the killing. They are believed to be living not far from the crime scene as part of a commune mostly made up of British and Dutch expats. The group of friends were believed to have attended a party in a remote area Saturday before heading into the woods. The foreigners were said to have frequently hosted gatherings and played the Blue Whale game. This kind of goes into a little bit of what the challenge is. The Sick Online Challenge was alleged to have originated in Russia in late 2015 and was aimed at teenagers. Those who accepted the challenge are expected to complete 50 increasingly difficult and dangerous tasks in 50 days involving self-harm, with the final task requiring players to kill themselves. Hundreds of deaths around the world have been linked to the blue whale phenomenon, and the architects of the Sick Challenge have been prosecuted in Russia. So here's my thing. How is it still... I mean, somebody's still... still running it. So, you know, all part of this, and I feel like I've seen a movie like this before. Stupid games equal super prizes. I know we agree here. 100% do we agree with that. Let's do this real quick, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Maybe it's gonna work. Yep, there we go. Nice. But these goddamn challenges, man. They're something else. And how quickly like the Tide Pod eating challenge and shit like that. Like it if you have one active working brain cell, you should know better than to eat laundry detergent or Tide Pods.
What?
What?
What is that?
It was a challenge that was going around the internet for a while.
What the poop?
Yeah, exactly. People are stupid.
Like you. And Jenny.
Almost got you. Too busy talking crap.
Listen, you have 3 people watching right now. Not
What I mean,
2.
but I don't understand what possesses people to just
They're dumb.
actively take part in it. So, like I said, I kind of wanted to do a little bit of research and see because I never heard of the Blue Whale Challenge before. And like I said, like it kind of said in that article, he usually does. He gets it from me. But and that's the other thing. How does it get so big from Russia to becoming worldwide so fast? But the Blue Whale Challenge, as I said, it was a social network phenomenon. This says it was dating from 2016. Several countries have been reportedly taking part in the game, but it's 50 tasks. It's something mundane like take your neighbor's paper, your neighbor's newspaper or whatever, and then it progressively gets worse. Like beat up a stranger, steal a car, rob a convenience store, kill somebody, ultimately all the way up to the 50th day, the last day of the challenge, which how do you win if the last challenge, the last task in order to win is ultimately killing yourself? But it first came to light in 2016 in a Russian newspaper that linked many unrelated child suicides to memberships of Group F57 on the Russian-based VK social network. A wave of moral panic swept Russia. However, the piece was later criticized for attempting to make a casual link where none existed. And none of the suicides were found to be a result of group activities. Claims of suicides connected to the game have been reported worldwide, but none have been confirmed. Just like the knockout game, which that's another one of those things. Like that knockout game was thought up and came to light by a bunch of fucking cowards, a bunch of fucking pussies. One, you're already in a group mentality, and then you just single people out for no rhyme or reason and run up and sneak them and try to put them to sleep, try to knock them out. Again, Glick, why do you carry a gun? Well, if some punk fucking kid runs up and tries to put me out with a sucker punch, I'm shooting him. I don't know what's going on. I'm walking down the street and somebody runs up and sucker punches me. And if I'm still conscious, I don't know what's going to happen next. Yeah, I'm shooting. Congratulations. Your carnival prize was an open casket and your mama crying, talking about how much of a sweet innocent angel you were and you never did anything wrong.
2 days ago, somebody over at the water apartments was shot right here.
Over at the where?
Over at the brown apartments.
What? Oh, I don't know about all that. I'm going to have to look that up.
Well, a grown-up said it, my friends showed it, and they also had evidence of so.
Yeah, I would have to look that up in the paper and see, or look that up online to see if that actually happened. Because we were here all weekend and there were no cops or anything like that.
Well, it happened at night.
Well, I'm up at night.
But this lady's ex-boyfriend came, starting stuff, and the new boyfriend, they got into a fight, and the new boyfriend shot him.
Well, fuck around and find out.
I don't know what the full story.
If that's true, he fucked around and found out. At the end of the day.
They had a son, and he's like a toddler.
Mm.
Like Mason, but
But yeah, you know, all these goofy ass challenges, or you know, you hear the you know, like the old urban legend, and you know, some people, and all urban legends are based in some truth, but the gang initiation where you drive around at night with your lights off. The first person to flash their lights at you, you turn around and you're supposed to, you know, the story varies. You know, you run them off the road, you rob them, you beat them up, you murder them, whatever the case may be. Gang initiation. But nowadays, you don't know who's carrying, who's not carrying. You run me off the road in the middle of the night, again, shoot first, ask questions later. Like, I'm not just going to willingly become a statistic. I'm not going to become a fucking number. Like, you wouldn't shoot nobody. Well, it was my life or theirs. You better damn well believe I don't want to, but you better damn well believe I will. And you put me in a situation where I don't know. Well, sorry. Maybe you should have stuck to Candyland instead of out in the streets playing stupid ass fucking games. But this blue whale challenge first came to light in November of 2015. A Russian teenager posted a selfie with the caption "Naya Bai" before dying by suicide. Her death was then discussed in internet forums and groups, becoming mixed with scared stories and folklore, basically kind of become an urban legend in itself. But further suicides were added to the group's stories. Soon after, Russia journalist Galina, yeah, sure, there, Galina, first wrote about these death groups in an article published in the Russian newspaper in April of 2016. The article described the F-57 groups on Russia's social media site VK, which she claimed has incited 130 teenagers to kill themselves. And like I said, it was criticized and said it wasn't based in fact and blah, blah, blah. But they say the origin of the name, the blue whale, it's uncertain. Some reports that it comes from a song by the Russian rock band Lumen. Its opening lines are, "Why scream when no one hears what we're talking about?" And it features a huge blue whale that can break through the net. Others believe that is a reference to beaching, where whales become stranded on beaches and die. It's fucking crazy, man. Like this is like legitimately crazy. The game is said to run on different social media platforms and is described as a relationship between an administrator and participant. Over a period of 50 days, the administrator sets one task per day. The tasks seem innocuous to begin with: get up at 4:30 a.m., watch a horror movie, and move on to self-harm, leading to the participants killing themselves in the final day. And here's the really fucked up thing about it, guys. The administrators of this game, who are telling people what to do and this, that, and the other thing, were found to be children aged between 12 and 14. Drawn to the story as it became widely reported, and not as the hysteria had imitated predatory adults. Fucking kids, man. Fucking kids are doing this, bro. That a lot of, I mean, you guys can, if you guys are more curious about it, you guys can kind of dive into it a little bit more. Yo, that's insane, man. I mean, these are fucking babies. I mean, like my daughter's age, not much older than my son. Um, that are telling people to do these things. Like these are straight up fucking psychopaths, man. These are like future goddamn serial killers and shit. Like for real, man. Damn, yo. Um, it's just wow. And that's the crazy thing. A lot of these challenges and whatnot that are on the internet that are harmful and kids are hurting themselves and or hurting each other or teenagers or young adults. It started by kids or young adults, so to say. First and foremost, where the hell are your parents? Where the hell are the parents at with this? How do the parents have so much separation from their kids that they don't know the shit that they're creating or partaking in? You know, I had a conversation with my kids a long time ago about these stupid ass challenges, and it was just like, if it seems dangerous, or if it sounds dangerous, or if you think you might get hurt, just don't do it. Just don't do it, because more than likely you're going to, and it's stupid. You know, there are obviously like the harmless little dance challenges and the this, that, and the other thing, whatever. But you have to make your kids aware. You know, as time goes on, social media and the internet becomes, and as we talked about AI, more and more and more and more involved. I feel like a lot of parents these days are letting social media raise their kids. Um, and they're not stepping in and being parents anymore. Which is wild to me at the end of the day. Um, but there was, several years back, the whole Slender Man thing was a craze, and there was that story here in the States. And I say that because I know we got listeners outside of the States of the two girls that, because of the Slender Man creepypasta, following Slender Man, blah blah blah, um, premeditatedly planned on murdering one of their friends uh, for Slender Man. Fortunately, the young lady survived, but they stabbed this girl. I think it was like 30 plus times in the middle of the woods and left her for dead. And somehow she survived. And they weren't much older than 14 years old. All over some internet goofy shit because they believed in Slender Man. And they wanted to get in his good presence. Folks, the boogeyman is not real. Monster in your closet is not real. The monster under your bed is not real. Those monsters do exist. And they're online now, especially these days. They're online. And as parents, some of y'all need to do a better job. Because monsters is winning. Damn monsters is winning. I'm just saying. Anyways, let's go from one scumbaggery to another scumbaggery, shall we? We can dive more into that down the road if you guys want. I just need to do a little bit more research on these challenges, a little bit more research on the Blue Whale Challenge, and educate myself a little bit better than what I already know. But check this out. A poker player plays in the World Series of Poker and this, that, and the other thing. Lied about dying from cancer. and decided to do donations. A poker player who said he had terminal cancer and accepted thousands of dollars in donations so he could play in a World Series of Poker tournament in Las Vegas admitted to it all being a lie. Rob Mercer told Las Vegas Journal he made up a stage 4 colon cancer diagnosis for his GoFundMe page in June. And Mercer, out of California, was trying to raise enough money or enough funds to meet the $10,000 buy-in for the No Limit Hold'em World Championship. He received contributions worth between $30,000 and $50,000, y'all, including a stay at a suite in the Bellagio. Even fellow player from Arizona who suffered from a chronic illness donated $2,500 to this man. I'm going to continue reading this, but I just got to add my own 2 cents. As longtime listeners of the show know, they know we feel a certain type of way about cancer, and we have a soft spot in our heart on the show for people who fight cancer and survive cancer. Early on in the show's beginnings, we got involved with a young lady, Air Force vet, who was fighting cancer. She won. That was awesome. But we were with her pretty much the whole journey. She was friends with one of the guys who's on the show, Connor, and Connor introduced it to us, and he asked her if we could get behind her and support her and post info and updates and on our social media and help grow support and stuff like that. And we got to watch her journey and be in her corner for her whole journey. So those longtime listeners of the show, they know that we have a soft spot, so to say, when it comes to that kind of stuff. So we don't take cancer lightly. It's a very serious thing. And for me, years ago, I used to work for the Ohio State Medical Center, and the building I worked in was a cancer. We had several floors that were cancer treatment and stuff like that. And fortunately, it has not affected me personally. But I've developed relationships and friendships with people that were going through the battle when I worked at OSU, and families and stuff like that. Just being there every day and getting to see them and saying hi to them, and then simple hello and a smile turns into brief conversation that turns into conversation if I happen to be on the floor when they're there, if I catch if we run into each other in passing outside, whatever the case may be. This shit really kind of rubs me the wrong way. And all this dude did, he said, all he did is he came out and he said, "I'm sorry for not being honest about what my situation was. If I would have done that from day one, who knows what would have happened," Mercer told the newspaper. However, the 37-year-old says he won't be refunding anyone because he believes that he has undiagnosed breast cancer. He said he has more or less banished, or has been more or less banished from the poker community. Good, as you should be. Well, fucking scumbaggery. The level of scumbaggery, man. Like, and then to raise anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 and turn around and say, "I'm not refunding it." How is that not in some way, shape, or form illegal at the end of the day? How is that not fraud or something? I don't know. I'm no expert. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. But how is that not some type of fraud or something? I mean, I'm sure that it could be dealt with civilly in civil court if there's no criminal charges to be had. But oh God, here we go. I don't know. Burn them at the stake. I don't know. Do something. Do something. What the hell's going on here? But oh, let's see. Shit, did you hear? I shouldn't laugh at this. This is kind of. Sims, you mind? Dog sitting down there snoring her ass off right below me. Sorry. Frustration sets in. Just like I don't know how somebody can do something like that and then just have no care in the world or no fear of repercussion or anything like that. That's just wild to me. It's mind boggling at the end of the day. Oof, got a cold chill. Got a cold chill. Trying to find this story that I had that I lost. So a little update, if you will. We discussed the Russell Brand allegations. What was that, about a week or so ago? I think it was. UK police officials have officially opened an investigation into the allegations that the comedian Russell Brand, comedian actor, committed non-recent. I like how they do that. Sexual offenses in the United Kingdom. London's Metropolitan Police said in a statement following an investigation by Channel 4's dispatches that the Sunday Times Met has received a number of allegations of sexual offenses in London. We have also received a number of allegations of sexual offenses committed elsewhere in the country and will investigate these, the statement read according to Sky News. CNN reported that Brand is accused by 4 women of rape or sexual assault in separate instances between 2006 and 2013. One of the women said she was 16 and in London at the time of one of the alleged instances. Brand was 31 and he's now 48. Wow. So they've officially opened an investigation into that. We've said this a million times on the show. I'm not victim shaming or anything like that. But I know this one young lady was only 16. And I'm curious to know sometimes why wait so long to come out? Why wait so long to file a complaint or whatever? Not only that, but when you wait for so long, it leads to some sorts of speculation as to whether or not what you're saying is true or not. And here's the problem. Obviously, raping and sexual assault is a huge problem. I'm not saying that's not. But here's another problem. There is no can't think of the word. for false accusations, there's no discipline. There's no disciplinary action or anything like that. I mean, like somebody could literally accuse 14 people. Or one person and come out that they were lying their asses off and nothing happened. Exactly, Benji. I was actually just getting ready to go into that. Not into full detail, but I was going to say, it's awfully funny that he spoke out against certain people, and then all of a sudden, he raped me. He raped me. He's a rapist. The timing is a little suspect, if you ask me. The hell? This guy, he will add stuff and then move it. Makes me think of this.
Got me fucked up. Got me fucked up. Got me fucked up. Got me fucked up.
Oh, God. Not quite long enough. Sorry. I had to piggy. Not quite long enough. But yeah, it's kind of like I'm not that guy, and I don't want to say, but I mean, awful fishy when Epstein killed himself. No, but yeah, that's the thing. I mean, the timing was just a little too perfect, if you know what I mean, on that situation. But like I said, there should be, and there's not, unfortunately. I don't know how many people have been accused of something like that, and then come to find out that they never even talked to the person, met the person, or we've talked about the whole Louis C.K. situation, and he didn't do anything other than jerk off in front of people, but he asked permission. That's what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to have consent, right? He did. And they said, yeah, go ahead. If that's what gets your rocks off. And then several years later, you want to come out and be like, oh, you forced me. And admit that you gave consent and admit that you said it was okay. Like, how is there no repercussions for that shit? How is that okay? It's one of those things. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Aziz Azarian had the same thing happen to him. Girl made a decision. The next morning, she woke up and regretted it, and tried to say he raped her. No, that's not how it works. You can't give consent and then after the fact take it away. After the deed's been done, you can't go, yeah, you raped me. You sexually assaulted me. But did I? Did I? I'm telling you, it's one of those things, man. At the end of the day, it's almost coming down to the fact where you have to carry a contract and have a video recording of consent being given on both sides at the end of the day. Just a CYA, man, just to cover your own ass. Because it's no longer guilty or innocent until proven guilty. It's guilty even after you're proven innocent. You're still fucking guilty, and they still want to fucking cancel you. People wonder. Don't make fun of me because I ain't catching. I ain't never gonna be caught up in any of that goofy ass shit. I'll tell you that right now. Don't care how rich or famous I am. I'm a goddamn Boy Scout if I get rich and famous. If I go out somewhere, I got a driver. No drinking and driving charges, no accidents, no DUIs, none of that. I'm gonna be like, I think it's Keanu who does that now. When he takes pictures with fans, he puts his arms, like around them, but he's not touching them, and then you can see his hands on the side where his hands are not touching them in any way, shape, or form. Just so you can't come back and go, oh, he touched my bum in the picture. One hand here and one hand out here. Like, nope. No touchy in the picture. And it's crazy that as a society we have to do that now, but it's all about covering your own ass, man, at the end of the day. People be tripping, yo. Just throwing that out there. But before we go to break here, and good news, before I bring more bad news to you guys, the Hawaiian wildfires that we've talked about on here, we've talked about in the past and brought up and stuff like that. We all know it was devastating. Of course, we all know the conspiracies and stuff like that. But first group of residents return to the island. What is that island? Lahani? I don't know. Residents who lost their homes in wildfires that destroyed the Hawaiian town were allowed to return to their homes on Monday after nearly 2 months of waiting. Residents were allowed to return in phases, reported. Hawaiian News Now reported residents returned to properties in Zone 1C, according to the news outlet. The total number of residents allowed back into the fire-ravaged was about 100, and approximately 24 residents were included in the area along a certain road. What is that road? Can you? I don't know. Anyways, not very good words. They're very appreciative to get here, something they've all been waiting anxiously for. And people who haven't been here since the fire are taken back by the amount and the extent of destruction. So, that's crazy. Some of these people fled their homes and they ain't been back since. So they had no idea what the true damage was until now. But the death toll from the fires remained at 97 on Mondays. Officials identified another person who died. Officials said an 83-year-old died in the fire. The names of 83 people who died in the fire have been released publicly, according to the television station KITV. Authorities said there were 6 other people who have been positively identified, but their families have not been notified. Officials said that returning to the destroyed properties will be difficult for families, obviously. I mean, you're literally coming back to nothing, or what was left of what you had, or whatever. Um, Talking to the staff, they had a couple of emotional moments, especially for someone older showing up with a family member that has some mobility challenges, and just being concerned that they want to get their insurance representative on the properties. An official said, I think that's the common type of scenario, just people who are struggling and want to get some closure, not just that emotional closure, but maybe even financial closure with their insurance. Hopefully the insurance agencies do the right thing and they take care of these people, and they don't try to screw them over, because unfortunately insurance agencies are not always the greatest and are not always the easiest to work with. They can be a bit of a pain in the ass. They want to go in. There's going to be dust. How much dust is too much dust? We don't know. I would tell them to read what happened after 9/11. They thought there would be long-term side effects, but the cancers show way later for people who worked that day. Officials said that they'll be able to help people who have lost their homes. They might have a memento or a certain thing of importance on ground. So we'll put volunteers there and proper equipment to look and help the families. I cannot stress the dangers out there. There's a lot of debris on the private parcels that will be cleared later. We want people to see their properties, bring them closure, and have that moment to grieve and bring closure, officials said. This whole situation, I think, in my opinion, and I think in a lot of other people's opinions, it's been handled piss poorly, for lack of better words. And that's not even giving it justice. The whole situation was such a clusterfuck. The way the government handled it, the way the local officials or local government, our government in general, handled it, and the way these people were taken care of, it's just unacceptable. Especially with the amount of money and weapons and shit that we've sent to like the Ukraine and everything like that. Said it before, I'll say it again. Take care of our own house before we take care of somebody else's house. And our government does a very piss poor job of doing that, especially the current fucking jerk offs that are in office. In power, so to say. Spending more time and energy and effort sending billions of dollars to another country. Not only that, but then they're spending all this money and effort just trying to once again throw shit at a wall and see if something sticks, trying to screw Trump over. Like, American politics in the last 16 years or so has become such a fucking joke. It's like a daycare and kids fighting over toys. That's all I'll say about that. But in other news, are you guys ready to wage a different type of war? Talking about the war on big energy, and not your power companies, like energy drinks. Are you looking for an alternative that's going to give you the pick me up, the energy, and the focus that you need to get through a day, and not leave you with a crash into a wall at 100 miles an hour, and not leave you feeling all jittery and shaky and your heart going a bazillion miles an hour? Well, I got the answer for you. Go ahead and check out our friends at W Energy. They got all those things. No jitters, no crash. I also got all them good vitamins that you need. You head over to w.gg. Place your order. Use our promo code words are hard. Going to save you a little bit of money. Not only that, but they got a lot of flavors to choose from. You're going to find one that you like. Mine's a Dub Sludge. It's probably my favorite one that I've tried so far. Big fan of it. I got to place me an actual order and give me some more as well. I can't tell you guys to order something if I'm not ordering, but I got to order me some because I like it. I gave up energy drinks a long time ago because of the crash, because of the jitters, because of the way it made me feel. I just felt worse than I did after, after I drank one, I felt worse than I did before. Now, I found that good alternative. No jitters, no crash. Again, head over to w.gg. Before you check out, use our code Words Are Hard and save money. And if Jeff was here and I didn't do this, he would yell at me. So he's so proud of himself. Wage war.
We should do white night of fun speed. Late at night, I toss and I turn and I dream of what I need. I need a hero. I'm only a hero till the end of the night. It's gotta be strong and it's gotta be that.
Right there it is. W.gg, baby. All right. Let's take ourselves a real quick break, shall we? Play a little bit more Blacktop Mojo for your ear holes. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to do Matt James. Matt James is actually, I believe he's currently on tour solo. So this is off of his new solo album. Matt James. Where is it at? Go ahead and check out Matt James and Blacktop Mojo on all social media and wherever you stream music at. Go ahead and check them out. Show them some love. Let them know we sent you. Let's do Runaway. I like it. Yeah, let's do Runaway. Back in just a few minutes.
Sundown, the highway hums a eulogy about a small town in the rear view, fading like a photo in the sun. She tried to lead him past in a cloud of dust, always scared to death of it catching up. Some things you just can't leave. I bet you thought the worst was over now. It's funny how it all comes back around. You can slap your foot down on the gas, but baby you just can't outrun the past. It doesn't really matter how far you drive. You're gonna have to pump those brakes sometime and just slow it down. You can't just run away. Run away. Cocaine only covers up so much, but her pain, it just wouldn't touch. So she doubles up, backseat loaded up with hand-me-downs, running those white lines out of town. Some things you just can't quit. I bet you thought the worst was over now. It's funny how it all comes back around. You can slam your foot down on the gas, but baby you just can't outrun the past. It doesn't really matter how far you drive. You're gonna have to pump those brakes sometime and just slow it
There, little Matt James will run away right there. Welcome back to Nonsensical Nonsense, everybody. It's Monday. We're almost done. I can see the finish line. We've almost made it. You guys have suffered 2 hours of just me. You can suffer one more. You on bed? Oh.
What's that say?
Matt Riddle was released. He was basically fired.
Why?
I don't know. Do. All right. Well, fantasy football shit talk and get that out of the way. Welcome back to Nonsensical Nonsense, everybody. I'm Glick. If you guys aren't already, go ahead and do that too. Go ahead and check us out on all them social medias: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You can also join us live every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday on YouTube and Facebook. Get in the chatter's box, shoot your shit, hang out. We do enjoy conversating with you guys, letting you guys take part of the show. It's always a good time and engaging with you. And if you can't join us live or you miss a live, go ahead and check us out anytime, any place on Zencastr, Spotify, and everywhere you listen to podcasts at, all at Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast. Or you can go to bio.links/nonsensical nonsense. It's going to give you all them links. Everything. Not only that, so it's going to give you them links to our sponsors. You guys can go and get you some W Energy and get you some Liquid IV. If you're a podcaster and you want to check out Zencastr like we did, and just don't forget when you check out, use our promo code Words Are Hard. Get that money. Save that money. Save that money. We all like saving money. Don't we? Don't we? So check this out. Things aren't getting better, man. This is just going from worse to worse. I shouldn't laugh at this, but because it's horrible, but there's a part of me that wants to kind of laugh. An Indianapolis woman has been arrested and is accused of stabbing an infant inside a hotel in Castleton, Indiana, while attempting to stab a dog for eating her chicken sandwich. The Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department responded to a report of a stabbing shortly before 11 p.m. Tuesday at the Days Inn in the 8300 block of Craig Street. When officers arrived, IMPD said they found a 1-year-old girl stabbed in the neck. A short time later, police found the suspect hiding out near a bush outside of the hotel. Obviously, the police arrested her, later identified as the girl's 32-year-old aunt, Sharon Key. They arrested her for criminal recklessness. That's all, just a little recklessness. Another mate just stabbed a 1-year-old in the fucking neck. According to police reports, booking photo for Sharon Key, the suspect tearfully confessed to the stabbing took place by accident. I want her to be accountable for this, said the victim's grandfather, Tracy Griffin. My granddaughter will be scarred for the rest of her life, Griffin said. His granddaughter, the stabbing victim, is expected to survive. That's great. I mean, that's obviously. But was taken to Riley Children's Hospital and got several stitches in her ear and neck. After the stabbing, the child's mother, who was also in the hotel room, quickly called 911. The suspect, Key, told police that the family went to Burger King to pick up some food and they returned to the hotel. Key claimed that her pit bull ate her chicken sandwich, according to court records, so she got mad and chased the dog around the room with a knife. Not a whole lot of room to run around a hotel chasing a pit bull with a knife. When the dog jumped on the bed where the child was laying down, Key said she tried to stab the dog but missed and stabbed her niece by mistake. It's stupid, and at the same time, she's grown up. Griffin said, this was the grandfather. She should have known that the baby was sitting right there. I want the book thrown at her. I'm not mad at him. Jail records show Key has been in and out of jail more than 20 times over the last decade, so yeah, she probably should be locked away for a long time. Court records show she pleaded guilty to stabbing another woman with a box cutter during a fight at a gas station in 2020. She was released from the Department of Corrections in March for that crime. Key's family members that we spoke with said she struggled with drug and alcohol addiction and mental health issues for years. They added that they wish the city would assist those in need instead of simply cycling them in and out of jail. It's always somebody else's fault, huh? The city needs to do better, said Griffin. All they're doing is slapping her on the wrist. I agree with the grandfather 100%. I don't agree with her stupid ass family because you cannot constantly put the blame on somebody else. At some point in your life, you have to take accountability for your actions. You got mental problems, we all do. You got drug addiction, go get help. It's up to you. At the end of the day, you're fighting addiction, you're battling addiction, it's up to you to make those changes. Nobody else can make you do it. But you're a grown-ass damn adult, and you know better than to chase a fucking dog around a hotel room and try to stab it. Let alone if a dog jumps on the bed where a baby is. And again, my baby wouldn't have been the only one that needed paramedics that night. Formal charges are still pending, but criminal recklessness is a low-key felony that carries punishment of 6 months to 2.5 years behind bars. They authorities are asking for anybody with information on the incident to call child abuse office. I feel like all the information is right there. Like, sounds like there were only 3 people in the room. Sounds like all the information you need is literally right there. Drugs are bad, okay? You know, like, I don't think any big breaking news revelations are going to come out about what happened here. We all know what happened here at the end of the day. But I agree. If she's got a criminal record, excuse me, if she's got a criminal record, like they say she does, she's already got one case on her where she stabbed somebody. It's about time to lock her up and hold her accountable. And maybe in the time that she's locked up, she can get clean. Maybe maybe get some mental health or mental help. Now, I'm not the biggest proponent of our tax dollars paying for these things, but at the end of the day, and I think that's where our system lacks as well. You know, why can't I think of words tonight? Jesus Christ. When people go into jails, you want to try to correct their behaviors. You want to try to rehabilitate them. There's the word I was looking for. And at the end of the day, that is really not an option there because our jails are overcrowded. They're overpopulated. There's understaffed. Crime rate in prisons are astronomical. It's insane. But there comes a point in time when you realize that somebody has passed the point of rehabilitation and you just have to, I hate to sound like a heartless scumbag, but you just have to give up on him. Lock him up, throw away the key. Lock him up and throw away the key. That's all I gotta say. Well, from stabbing a baby into the neck to a fun little game of toss the baby. I'm not throwing babies. And our favorite place of all places, Florida. 2 women were arrested last week outside of a Florida bar after they were seen aggressively handling a baby. At one point, allegedly holding by his ankles and swinging him around. I've done that with my kids. I wouldn't say aggressively, but I mean, Brianna LaFoe, 19, and Sierra Newell, 20, were taken into custody by Daytona Beach police on charges of child abuse. Police responded to the Coyote Ugly Saloon just after midnight. Red flag number 1. You got a baby at a bar after midnight. They might have been looking for the baby's new uncle. Should not pay attention to me. According to an arrest affidavit, witnesses told police that LaFoe and Newell were throwing the baby into the air, flipping him upside down, and tossing him back and forth over a distance of about 4 feet above concrete like a toy, according to court records. Police did not report the relationship between the women and the baby. I hope that it was one of their baby and it wasn't just a random baby that they found off the street. But it is Florida. Wouldn't surprise me if there was just a random baby hanging out on the sidewalk at midnight and these 2 crackheads grabbed him and decided to play a rousing game of toss the baby. According to the rest of witnesses tried to stop the pair from roughly handling the child. The witness was hit by one of the women. Daytona police officials said that the baby was taken into a local hospital with red marks on his back and possibly a broken arm. The child has since been released from the hospital. But how fucking stupid can somebody be? Again, I say, at birth, we should be fixed. And then once we reach a certain age, we should have to pass a psychological evaluation and an IQ test of some sort before we're allowed to breed. What up, Biznatch? Before we're allowed to breed, man, because too many fucking stupid people are having babies. Or people who are not ready to be parents and think that a baby will solve a relationship problem are breeding. Come on board, buddy. I'll even send you an old school jersey. Come on board. You're welcome. We always got room. Yeah, sterilization at birth. And then at 25, you can take an IQ test and have to do a psychological evaluation. And if you pass both, then you can have a baby. You can be unsterilized and you can try to reproduce. But Michigan is also accepting applicants as well. They're if you need a new college team. But Jesus Christ. And here's the kicker. They didn't even release if this baby belonged to either one of these girls. Mind you, they were 19 and 20. So what they were doing hanging outside of a bar, I believe, well, I know the Coyote Saloon that we had in Charleston was 21 and over. So you had to be over the age of 21 to get in. So I would assume that most of those other ones are 21 and over. I'm assuming. I don't know. Back to the land of obscurity for Clemson. You had a good run. Holy smokes, man. All right, Jalen Hurts can come out anytime now. I'm just saying. I wish I could find that damn news story that I had earlier. Holy crap, that one was crazy. Apparently, down in Florida, an alligator just snatched some elderly woman up and just ate her ass. And the only reason that officials found out about it, and this motherfucker was not small, he was 13 damn feet long. The only reason officials found out about it was
It's okay if I borrow this for the night.
yeah, but it needs to be brought back down and put back down on the record player before you go to school tomorrow.
Well, then. What about you in the dining room?
What?
Our son's just there chilling in the dining room.
Oh, leave him alone. I mean, he can turn the TV on. But again, I shouldn't be laughing, but 13-foot alligator, there was like some human remains found, a couple personal belongings, and blood chilling out by where this gator was. And it turns out that apparently randomly just snatched up an elderly woman and ate her up, man. Alligators are losing their shit. But I also know, like, I don't know how it is in Florida, but I know when I lived in Charleston, I was talking to the because we had about a 6-footer in my pond behind my house that I had, and they came and got them one day, and they said anything over 5 to 6 feet, they relocate. And when I say relocate, they relocate it to the nearest restaurant that serves gator bites, or to the local shoe store that makes gator boots and gator purses or gator belts, just out of a safety concern. I don't know. It seems a little weird to me, but I mean, I guess. But the gator was killed humanely. Don't fuck around with these alligators, man. They're living, breathing dinosaurs, y'all. Living, breathing dinosaurs. Cam, are you still in here? I got a question for you. I got a real question for you. 2 real questions. Well, I guess 1 question with 2 answers. I think that's what is your level of concern for Clemson moving forward? Do you think old boy has ran its course as coach there? And what is your level of concern for the Carolina Panthers for the future? Because I feel like they've taken a page out of old school Cleveland's history books, and they just continue to go backwards. And I know Clemson had a couple struggles last year, but in this year they've already got 2 losses. I'm just curious because there's a guy who, as a Michigan fan, has been ragged on for years, and then it's like, if you look back at it, Michigan has not been a bad football program ever. We've had a couple quote unquote losing seasons, but in all honesty, outside of beating Ohio State and winning a bowl game with Harbaugh up until recent, he still hasn't been able to really win a bowl game. They're predominantly a powerhouse. They stay strong. They stay winning every season. But now they're just a fucking menace to the Big Ten, so. Do you think that's all it is? Do you think that they'll be able to rebound from it like next season with Carolina? You think, if they get another year, get a season under their belt with the new coaching, I know they got some young talent. They got a young quarterback. They, think they'll come around, or they're just going to stay a dumpster fire for a hot minute. And all college teams are young. All college teams are young. Just throw that up there for people that might be watching the live, or if they watch the live replay, so they know what I'm talking about. Comments coming in from Killer Cam, 843 Chucktown, like you do. Nice. Brutal honesty there, my friend. Watching this here game. I've been doing Monday nights by myself for about 2 months now, I think. I've been doing Monday nights for about 2 months by myself now. Jeff doesn't do Monday nights. For the time being, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but for the time being, Tony's no longer a part of the show. So had to, make that unfortunate decision and that unfortunate call, but personal stuff, which I understand, and then just other things. So, but Jeff doesn't do Monday nights, so yeah, I've been rocking these out. I kind of got out of rhythm because it's been a couple weeks since because last Monday we didn't do a show because Nikki and I were at the Steelers game. And I think the Monday before that Jeff was here because it was a holiday or something. I can't remember. So it's been a few weeks since I've done a Monday. Yeah, yes and no. To a certain, like I said, to a certain degree. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll throw this up for just a minute. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I needed to go pooty. That's the only downfall of doing a show by yourself. You just gotta find shit to randomly throw up. Did we part ways? To a certain degree, yes. Like I said, he was working. He's got some personal shit he's dealing with. And then just some other stuff. Kind of all piled up. Aggravations, frustrations kind of boiled over, and at the end of the day, I was just tired of dealing with it. So, like I said, for the time being, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen in the future. He might come back. He may be back. We'll see. I don't like the change, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. It's not always fun. It's not always easy. And it's not always enjoyable because when he was here, when he was on, when he was actually engaged, he was a great part of the show. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, man? Yeah, we've actually there used to be 4 of us. The one guy, the big dog, Mike, he more than likely will be coming back. I don't know if it'll be like on a regular basis, or maybe he'll fill in on Mondays, maybe Mondays and Saturdays, maybe Mondays and Wednesdays. I don't know. Again, he had some personal stuff he was going through. He's been on the show and talked about it, and which caused some conflicts between him and I, and some issues which, a lot of people got involved who had no reason to get involved with, to the fact that, we had issues on the show. We had a blow up on the show one night, and, the next day him and I were talking and talked about things. You take a shower?
Yes. I'm gonna go take out scissors because you gotta go.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna go take out scissors because you gotta go.
Okay. Go bye. You go bye. And then we've got Connor, who, he's always been great. He's just he's dealing with some medical issues. He's currently active duty in the military, getting ready to be discharged, and then he's going to move, and he wants to be a part of the show. And I told him, I said, handle all that shit, and then worry about the show. Every once in a while, he pops in. And the one mainstay that we brought in was Tony. Tony was awesome. Tony is awesome when when he's here and stuff, but it's a matter of him being here and him being engaged and him being a part of the show. And like I said, outside of work, he was doing some swing shifts. He's got some personal stuff going on in his life. And then there were just some other conflicts, to keep snakes in your yard, you're bound to get bit. So after several weeks of frustration and aggravation, I just basically had to pull the trigger and say, yeah, you're done for the time being. Basically what it boils down to, and then it's not me directing this at him, it's just a general thing, because this is not how I feel about him at all. Sometimes people keep other people around that they think is their friends, and in actuality, they're not their friends, and they're hanger-oners or just dirtbags in general. Well, that affects you and your actual friendships or relationships. So, and then you got Killer Cam down here, who's a very good friend of mine in real life. He's been on the show a couple of times. He's done a lot of shit behind the scenes. He's booked some good guests for us. Yeah, feel free to ask any questions. I mean, you guys can ask questions. I'm always pretty honest and pretty straightforward. I don't hold anything back. I think that's why we get kind of a bad reputation here. Why I have a bad reputation, why some people don't like us, but they still watch us all the time, even though they don't like us. And they chop and screw and edit our audio and our video and stuff like that. And right now there's a valuable lesson being taught if somebody would actually pay attention to it. But Eagles, baby. Eagles. Baba Shadow. What's going on, man? Long time no see. I mean, your Eagles can win all they want. I just need Jalen Hurts to go sit down because I'm hanging on to a nice 24-point lead, 25-point lead right now in fantasy football. I just need Jalen Hurts to go sit down. A little victory Monday for myself. Brownies put in work yesterday, but yeah, man. Yeah, you can always ask questions. Questions are always allowed here. I don't mind answering them. I think my bluntness and the fact that I just say it as it is rubs people the wrong way. I'm torn, man. I mean, you've got to be from Philly if you're an Eagles fan. I don't like the Eagles, but I'm torn because I have Jalen Hurts on one of my teams and I need points to stay ahead, but then I'm also in another league playing against a guy who has Jalen Hurts, so I need him so I need him to not score any points. It's a catch-22, man. Hey, keep it up, and you can go back in the cage. I still have your cage, little boy. I'll always be myself. I ain't ever going to change. Trust me. Trust me. I am who I am. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Shit, I've taken to throwing penalty flags at my fiance. What? Yep. I'm ordering a set of penalty flags. I found on Amazon they had a set of penalty flags, came with review flags and a referee's hat and a whistle. She said, "If you get a fucking whistle, I will stab you in your sleeve." She kept taking my vape yesterday, so I threw a penalty flag at her. And she's like, "Did you just throw an imaginary flag at me?" Yep. Throwing flags over here. If the NFL officials can make up bullshit penalties on the fly, I can make up bullshit penalties on the fly. What did I hit you with the 25-yard one earlier today? We were in the kitchen and I hit her with a 25-yard penalty for something. What?
We were in the kitchen, but I don't remember.
I don't remember either. They could, but it looks like your Eagles are in the red zone. I don't know. If you guys get another touchdown, it's probably over. So they could go ahead and sit down Jalen Hurts for the rest of the game. I mean, I wouldn't count the Bucs out. The Bucs have surprised me. I'm liking the way Baker's my guy. You know, I hated the way Cleveland did Baker. I didn't like them bringing in Deshaun Watson. I was excited when Tampa Bay signed him in the offseason, because Tampa Bay is kind of like my second home. I got a lot of friends down there, and I listen to a radio station out of Tampa. So I find myself rooting for the Lightning and the Buccaneers and shit like that. But Bake's playing pretty good so far this year. He's probably having a rough night tonight from the looks of the score. But I'm just barely hanging on here, boys. I got like a 5-point lead, and I'm barely hanging on, man. I'm barely hanging on. Thank God Puka Nakua isn't playing very well tonight. But neither is Devontae Smith. Higbee's got me some points. Trying to go 3-0, man. Nah, the whole Baker Mayfield Carolina Panthers Rams experiment was just weird. The kid's a starter. He's not a backup. And when Tampa signed him, I knew he'd be starting again. And they've got a pretty good offensive squad down there. The downfall with it, they've had a good run the first 2 weeks, and it's so early in the season. We're only on week 3. The Eagles are obviously one of the top tier teams right now. Potentially could be back in the Super Bowl next year. Light beer commercials. Leave my light beer out of this, all right? Getting a little chunky. I eat like dog shit, and I drink like a goddamn fish. One thing I do is drink light beer. That's how I keep my gorilla-ish figure. You think it's easy to look like a Sasquatch? This takes work. This takes work and effort. But no, I was happy for Baker. Plus, he's down there in that division. That division's absolute dog shit. Let's be honest. Falcons, Saints, Panthers. It's dog shit division or conference. I mean, that's. So I mean, but my nephew's a Panthers fan, so I find myself rooting for the Panthers, but it's also very easy for me to make fun of the Panthers as well. But I'm a Browns fan. I'm a lifelong Browns fan. Who am I to make fun of anybody's team? Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a closet full of jerseys of players that the Browns have absolutely ruined. You should probably just throw her in the swamp. Dave's bread, brah. What is Dave's bread? She's a Cowboys fan and a Tar Heels fan. Why would you talk to somebody that's a Cowboys fan first and foremost? Are you sure she's a she and not a, She ain't got a little jingle jangle in her pants. Goddamn Cowboys got the fucking dick knocked in the dirt yesterday by the Cardinals. I loved it. Sons of bitches. Oh, NC State. Okay. Well, you said NC football. Ain't nobody ever accused people from North Carolina of being the smartest people in the world, so. Gotcha. That makes even more sense. Again, I ask, are you sure she's not a he? Jeff can tell you stories about them Mexican lady boys of the night. I don't think I've ever seen it, man. I'll have to look for it. I don't actually eat a lot of bread. Well, sometimes I do. Actually, I really don't eat a whole lot. I typically only eat like dinner. And then late night snacks when I've been drinking all night on Saturdays. Snacks. And by snacks, I mean ordering sheets in the middle of the night and getting 3 breakfast sandwiches, hash browns. Bless you. Nice. Hey, really? Settle for a field goal. Uh-oh. Let's see if I can get one of these daggone. What channels are the games on? I'll throw them up here real quick while we're chit chatting. First down. I see they're in the. Tin. That's Cincinnati. There we go. Oh, got a little Philly Tampa action on over here. Put that red chat. I don't know, man. It might be a little too late. There's only 11 minutes left in the game. They're down by 22. I'm not counting them out, but I'm just saying. Oh, man, I have not had French toast and I don't even know how long. I love French toast. I like to get the Texas toast and make French toast out of that. Jesus H. Christ. Lord have mercy. Yeah, I haven't had French toast. It's been a hot minute. I think the last time I actually had French toast, I went to I had taken the kids to IHOP and I got strawberry and banana French toast because that's like my favorite fruit combination in the entire world. Strawberry banana. Touchdown. Oh. Give it to White. Give it to White for a touchdown. Let him punch it in. Godwin was in. But that's what I want that I haven't had in a hot minute. Strawberry banana peanut butter smoothie. It's that good shit right there. I used to take care of shop down beside Smoothie King when I lived in Charleston. I used to go to Smoothie King all the damn time. Try and get a goddamn goal line stand right here. Just give it to White. Let White keep punching it. You just now see the name of my fantasy football team. I got to give credit where credit's due, though. Yeah, my fantasy football team, I changed the name of it to Cream Pies. I got to give credit where credit's due, though, man, because Kevin hit me up the other day after a touchdown. Holy shit. Not Evans. Did not need Evans to fucking score a touchdown. Nope. I lost that one. But after Cleveland re-signed Kareem Hunt, Kevin, who's in our league, messaged me and he was like, dude, would you please change your damn name to your fantasy football team to Kareem Pies? And I said, well, let's see if he actually plays Sunday, and then we'll probably do that. So I changed it this morning. Bengals and Rams are tied. Nice. I need the Rams to just beat that ass. God, I would love for the Bengals to go 0-3. I got a friend of mine who you would swear this kid played for the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Cincinnati Bengals with as much as he's got their dicks in his mouth. Fucking Evans out here making plays tonight, boy. One-handed grabs, end zone grabs. But I would love for the Bengals to go 0-3 tonight. Big old fat fucking goose egg. Suck it, Cincy. Plus the fact that my Browns gave them that first beatdown. That was great. What's the score? What is I gotta see where we at. Shit, fuck, shit, fuck. All right. Still hanging on to that little lead. There, Glick. I don't even need any more points than that one. That's just more of an added insult to injury. Blah. Blah. 2 points in that one. Oh yeah, this one I'm walking away with the dub in that one. There ain't no way he's gonna beat me. Not unless fucking Jalen all of a sudden puts up 40 plus points in the fourth quarter. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen. Oh shit. What's on the agenda next? We got a few more minutes to kill here. In the meantime, I'm gonna have mine in the morning. Go ahead and knock this out the way real quick if you can allow me to. If you guys would be so kind. You guys hear me talk about it all the time. I love my liquid IV. Keeps me feeling good, if you will. But here's the thing. You can use it first thing in the morning. You can use it before a workout when you feel run down, in the afternoon, after a night out with the friends, or on long flights. Because at the end of the day, proper functional hydration is essential. And Liquid IV is the #1 powdered hydration brand in America. Their hydration multiplier is one product you're missing in your daily routine. And I'm telling you, as somebody who's been using it on a regular basis for the last several months, what a freaking difference it has made. Not only that, but you think of the, your hydrational drinks and stuff like that. And it's like, how am I going to keep a bottle cold? Why do I have to carry so many bottles? These come in little individual packets. It's a powdered drink, man. You mix it with 20 ounces of water and you're ready to rock and roll. So you can do it on the fly. You don't have to worry about keeping it cold or anything like that. Not only that, but it comes in all these freaking crazy ass great flavors. Strawberry lemonade, grape, lemon lime, pina colada, tropical punch, watermelon, strawberry. The list goes on and on and on and on. But probably what you didn't know is that one stick of Liquid IV and 16 ounces of water is going to hydrate you 2 times faster and more efficiently than water alone. Not only that, but it also contains 5 of your essential vitamins, and it has 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. And it's made with quality ingredients, no GMO, and free from gluten, dairy, and soy. So everybody can enjoy it. Real people, real flavor, real hydrating. Get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use our promo code WordsAreHard at checkout. That's 20% off of anything you order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code WordsAreHard. at liquidiv.com. What are you waiting for? Go get your hydration right, you goofy some bitches. Anyways, got that out the way. No, I do enjoy, really do enjoy Liquid IV. I have one, at least one every day. I've been kind of lacking the last week or so, but yet I felt it. Boy, have I felt it. So I'll get back into that clock management, clock chewing time. So the Eagles are going to try to chew the clock down. Oh, where?
What?
Give me a beer.
No.
Let's go over here. The Eagles are about to chew the clock out. Get this dub, walk away with another win. Solidifying themselves as number one in the NFC East. So we didn't get to it Saturday night. Give you guys a little preview of Wednesday show. Jeff will be back Wednesday night for a brand new episode. We didn't get into it. Thanks, buddy. We didn't get into it Saturday night like I had planned to. So I'm hoping to get into it Wednesday, since it is spooky season, as the kids like to say. I found a list of the 100 top haunted houses in the country, and this isn't
Can I have this?
whose are they?
They're for everybody.
Huh? Sorry. Had to be a dad for a second. But no, I found this list. It's 100. It's the top 100 haunted houses in the country. And not like, oh, I got a ghost in my house. No, like the haunted attractions, or the scare houses. Here we have the haunted hoochie and the haunted jail and stuff like that. With the actors and shit like that. And I wanted to dive into it Saturday, but we didn't get a chance to. So I think we'll dive into it Wednesday night, as well as I'm sure we're going to do a little bragging or eating a piece of humble pie, because it is Monday and technically fantasy football is going on, and Jeff's not here tonight, but Jeff's been playing pretty well. It's the first time he's ever played fantasy football, doesn't know anything about football, and he's been handling his own this season so far, 3 weeks in. But by Wednesday we'll have all the scores locked in and everything like that, so we'll be able to do a little bragging or eating humble pie, as I said. And then who knows what else Jeff and I will get into. Lord only knows at the end of the day, but I definitely do want to get into that list Wednesday night. We're not going to do all 100. I'm going to break it down. I do want to get through all 100 of them. I'll break it down to like 10 or 15 at a clip and do that once a week. But I think it'll be a pretty cool thing, because there's a lot of people that are into the haunted houses, and there's a lot of people out there that travel. I was talking to a buddy of mine a couple years back, and he travels a lot for work, and he said that was something that he started doing. He started seeking out like the best haunted houses in whatever area he was in working. And then that popped up, and it reminded me of that conversation that we had, because, The Powerball is back up over $700 million, and let's say I hit that. That might be one of those frivolous things that I might do with with my lottery winnings. It would be something that would intrigue me, and maybe be something I'd look at wanting to do is just travel the country around this time of year and check out haunted houses. Go to the top ones. I don't want to go to any of those weird ones, man. There's those weird ones out there where you got to sign waivers and shit, and people they like grab you and duct tape you to a chair and do all kinds of crazy fucking shit to you. Like I ain't down for all that because, you ain't violating me like that. I'm gonna fight back, and you're not allowed to fight back. They're like, well, what kind of fucking psychopath signs up for that? I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna walk through there, and it's one of those things. Like, if you make it, you win this extravagant prize or whatever the case may be. But you got me fucked up. I ain't signing up for that dumb shit. Hell no. You fucking grabbing me, duct taping me to a chair, tying me up, roughhousing with me. Nah, motherfucker. I'll punch somebody right in their goddamn throat. Just saying. But I don't know. I think that'd be something fun to do. I like the haunted houses based just because of the entertainment factor. They're fun to do. Oh, we're just coming back from halftime for the Bungholes and Rams. Ram the Bungholes, Suze. Ram them right in the butthole. Let's go, Rams. Dog's looking at me like I'm crazy. Flag, 10-yard penalty. Looking at Daddy O like he's crazy. Unacceptable. You need to go get a ticket for one of the haunted houses. I know we need to try to figure out if unfortunately, my fiance is working 2 jobs right now, like 7 days a week. But need to see if we can figure out a way to go to one. We went to here where we live. There's an old jail. It's quote unquote haunted, whatever. But they turned it into one of those haunted houses, and they just don't do it just at Halloween time. They've actually done an attraction for Valentine's Day that her and I went to, and it was really cool. It's nothing big, it's nothing extravagant, but it was cool. But then they also did something for Easter as well. Had like I can't remember what the hell they called it, but their main character was like a demonic Easter bunny. So they're finding ways to do stuff all year round with it and revolve it around the holidays. A lot of yeah. There was a drawing tonight, so hopefully nobody hits tonight, and I can have a crack at it Wednesday. We've had that discussion a million times on here. Every time the lottery gets up, to a certain amount, or every time it gets up to some crazy, amount, the conversation comes up for everybody. What would you do if you won? And it's still stand. Haunted Hoochie is probably the biggest one, and then we have Fear Columbus, which is probably the second biggest one. And then and then you got the Mansfield Reformatory. Those are probably your 3 big ones. But I tell people the same thing. I've said it for a million years. A, I'm opening my bar. B, gonna buy a fucking stupid amount of property.
Right.
Hi, buddy. Okay, you can plug this into the charger that's the computer charger that's out there in the living room. It don't even need to be plugged in. Oh, really? Holy shit. I didn't know that. You know, I'd buy me a couple hundred acres, and you know, build us a house. Nothing, not like a big monster mansion, just something that would fit us maybe, and a little bit bigger. And I told Nikki, I said I would give each one of the kids like 5 acres on somewhere on the property. So like her boys, I'd give them like 5 acres or whatever, and then pay to build them a house. But they had to have like specifications for the house. It would be like 2,500 square foot house or whatever, and pay for them. That way and then build her parents a house as well, something that fit their needs, and we could all be on the same property, not have to be right on top of each other. But and then I would have a state of the art studio. I know that much because if I had the lottery, I'd start doing this shit 5 days a week. Because I'm still going to work, obviously. But, you know, that's why I want to. You know, I want to open my own bar, which I've already got the idea and I know what I want to do. And she's got experience in the bar business, so. And then I thought, I don't know. I mean, obviously, new cars and shit like that, and toys for the property. And she wants farm animals that she doesn't think I'm going to eat, but I'm going to eat them. I'm going to eat them all. Animals on a farm have two purposes: work or food. Yes, they're not pets. Listen here, Katie Jr. Now we making videos of your donkeys fucking. I didn't know that the person out in California that won the last one hadn't claimed it yet. So what happens? So what happens if you don't claim your prize in the allotted time? It's just that prize just go away. I mean, like it never existed, or I would just put it on top of the prize now. The largest. That's not a bad. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, but the Powerball is a nationwide thing. So would they just? How would you split that up? Would it all go to California? I mean, not all the ticket sales that when it, I know not all, but I know, I mean, some of that money I would assume from ticket purchases would go into the prize. I don't know, maybe. I don't know how any of that works. I just go in and tell them what I want. To me, Powerball with a multiplier, auto draft it or auto pick. Take my tickets and come home. And then wake up the next morning and go, oh, wasted $10. Oh well. I'll spend like $10 or $9 or whatever it is. I don't know, like $10, $12. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I don't spend a lot. And it's like, well, I spent $12. All right, I'm out $12. Or I turned $12 into 300 and some odd $1 million. Talk about a fucking investment. What? We're talking shit down there. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what they did with it. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how any of that stuff works. That's curiosity. I should look into that. I should do some research on that stuff. See what happens to it. But I mean, I still feel like that would probably single-handedly go down. Buying a lottery ticket has got to be one of the best investments you can make. If you win. If you lose, obviously, like I said, you're. Who the hell just scored that goddamn touchdown? Was that Higbee? Oh, of course they're gonna fucking throw a flag on it. God damn it! I could have used that Higbee touchdown. Damn it. Anywho, we're about at that time. Do appreciate y'all listening. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed hanging out with me tonight. We'll be back Wednesday night with a brand new episode. In the meantime, go ahead and check out them socials. Don't forget, we go live Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturday, 7 p.m.-ish. And in the meantime, you can listen to us anytime, any place on all those podcast platforms. Simply go to bio.link/nonsensical nonsense. You're going to get all of our social medias, all of our podcast platforms, and the links to all of our sponsors. Check them out. Get your order there. There you go. That's the answer. If a winner of a Powerball or Mega Millions grand prize doesn't come forward, the money is returned to the state lotteries in proportions to their sales. For smaller prizes of these games or for the state lottery games, the states have different rules. Oh, okay, cool. Bada bing, bada boom. There it is. That's a good thing about our Chatters Box. You guys are always awesome. But like I said, we'll be back Wednesday night. Well, in the night. Little Blacktop Mojo. We've been rolling Blacktop Mojo all night. We're gonna go ahead and ride it out with these guys. Let's do Where the Wind. Go ahead and check Blacktop Mojo out on all social media, wherever you stream music, at Blacktop Mojo. Show the guys some love. Follow them. Let them know we sent you. And keep an eye for them tour dates because they might be coming to a town near you. And I know Matt is on the road right now, I believe, mainly out in Texas and whatnot. But go ahead and check it out. He might be coming somewhere near you at the end of the day. Appreciate you hanging out with me tonight, brother. I'll see you guys Wednesday. And let me hit the button right. Chat.
Guys, yeah, they pull me away. She said I got you hypnotized, so come with me anywhere you wanna go, anywhere the wind blows, always how you never know. The sunshine, lost in the starlight, any place or any time. Mind-blowing lips, narcotic hips. Oh, I finally see enlightenment. Stay away on trains. Anywhere you wanna go, anywhere the wind blows, always high and never low. In the middle of the sunshine, lost in the starlight, any place or any
Yeah, buddy. Oh, Black Top Mojo to wrap up your Monday night. Hopefully, you guys have a good week. We'll see you Wednesday. Until then, goodbye, motherfuckers. No. Be good, or be good at it. And always remember, learn how to be efficient pushing buttons. Always remember, WWNND. Goodbye, motherfuckers.